Hello guys! Welcome back to She's Diabetic. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andrea. I am a type 1 diabetic and this channel is dedicated to all things type 1 diabetes, lifestyle, body positivity, reviews, family history, some interviews with my parents that have recently come out. That type of thing. So welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to spend the next few minutes with me. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I haven't really done anything like this, sort of just sitting down and chatting that isn't focused on one particular thing and is maybe a bit more personal. I felt compelled to make this video because I feel so overwhelmed by the fact that I have hit 500 subscribers. Honestly, this has blown my mind, and this is such an overwhelming thing to me. And I've had so many kind of conversations. I've been lucky enough to have interactions with you guys on here and on Instagram. Everyone has just been so positive and so kind. It actually makes me a little emotional. It's just been incredible, and I just wanted to really start by saying thank you so much for not only watching, but then commenting, making comments that other people in the community can learn from, this is the best. This is the best. And I also want you guys to know that I see you come in. When you subscribe, I get a notification on my phone. And so I see each and every single one of you come in, and I'm just so grateful to you for making that choice to subscribe and engage with me and other people that have been watching the videos, and Okay. I felt compelled to make this video because I feel more connected to you guys, on a personal level actually. And I felt like I should share some stuff about myself personally. So this is a little update as to what has been going on in my life. The last 2 months have been some of the most exciting and some of the most chaotic of recent years in my life. The biggie is I moved. I moved from a place I had been in for almost 5 years to a new place. And I think moving is always stressful no matter what, whether you have a chronic condition or not. But then add a chronic condition like type 1 diabetes on top of that, and oh my goodness. Wow. Stress is real. It really affects your blood sugars. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I have really seen the effects of the move, the stress, the anxiety of planning, the anxiety of getting here, the anxiety of setting up, the unknown, not knowing, okay, what's it going to be like? How does the heating work? How does the shower turn on? All these little things when you're moving, and not to mention the upheaval of food, but I'll get onto that in a minute. All these little things create varying degrees of stress. A little bit of low-level stress, a little bit of high-level stress. And then, like I was saying, food goes, it doesn't go out the window, but it becomes, when you're moving, everything's packed up, so you can't really cook, or you're working with a skeleton kitchen, and you get to the new place and you have everything you need, and then you end up going out for quick bites here and there just to because everything else seems to take priority, which I think is understandable, but at the same time is I notice the effects of that massively on my blood sugars. I like to cook because I like to kind of control the ingredients, know what's in the meal, and thus the carbohydrate content and how to dose and things like that. So when you go out, it's a little bit more unreliable. Fat content, sugar content, salt content, those seem to be upped in general when you're going out to eat. So they wreak a little more havoc on the blood sugars, and I've definitely noticed that. Now that I'm a bit more settled, I have gotten back into cooking and a bit more of a routine, but at the same time, not entirely, because once you fall out of that routine, it's I find difficult to get back into that routine. And just the pure fact that since I've moved, everything is different. So I kind of have to like recalibrate, if that makes sense. Like little things, like the kitchen's different and the layout of the fridge is different. So I need to kind of rearrange my things so that I'm grabbing for the good stuff, not grabbing as often for the cheeky bad stuff. Then there's the practicality of moving your insulin, moving your diabetes supplies. I actually hired movers, and I'm going to pepper in some clips if I can, because I did film a bit on the day. I had this dream that I was going to vlog it, and it was all going to be very swish, and I was going to present it to you guys and be like, moving with diabetes. No, that's not what happened. Like, I started off in the morning, you know, before the movers arrived, before all the chaos happened, and I was like, okay, I'm vlogging, casual moving. No, I mean, who was I kidding, actually? Because I could have vlogged the move. I was like moving. I don't know how these people do it when they vlog their move. Like, hats off to them, because, oh my goodness, I was like, I couldn't divide my attention. Anyways, I'll pepper in some clips here.
Hey guys, starting off this moving vlog with my hair just in a real fabulous state. I packed my hairbrush, so that, please excuse. I really tried to put it up nicely, but I didn't really try that hard. I've also packed my G7X, so I'm vlogging on my iPhone, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm just really organized. But don't even worry about it, because I am organized in the important stuff. I'm about to go downstairs and pack my insulin. I am going to make myself personally responsible for my insulin and like my Dexcom receiver, my blood sugar machine. All those things are going to stay on me all day, so I can personally get them into the new place, get them into the refrigerator, all that stuff. I'm gonna go do that now. So, all that top row is insulin and jazz, so I'm going to put that all into the backpack. Now, I don't know if other people do this. I think they probably do, but I just don't want to trust movers with stuff like that. Not that I don't trust movers, but just that it just makes more sense to me for me to be personally responsible for that during this day, and then I'm going to feel like less worried about where it's at. Right. So, I'm in my new place. The movers were incredibly efficient, like incredibly efficient, and awesome. So, big thank you to the movers. And very first things first, so everything's in. First things first, I have my backpack, and I'm unloading my insulin, and I'm gonna put that straight in the fridge. So, all told, it's been out of the fridge for about maybe an hour and 15 minutes max. So I feel like that's pretty good. So I didn't pack it in any like Frio bags or anything like that, because I knew it wasn't going to be out for a huge amount of time. So into the fridge it goes. A word on the realities of moving. Everything was fine and dandy. Yep. Oh, move happened. Oh. I've already bolused for this high or this rise, but I'm sort of not coming down yet, but I'm trying not to over bolus. Moving high, hello. Yeah, Netflix, I am still playing. Friends? Why, yes, I am. I think the big thing was that because I switched to a pump, being in my old place, all those pump supplies and all my CGM supplies had to come with me. And those were two things that I had never been on before during a move. So they're incredibly helpful during a move, but there's also just a lot more stuff to transport and stuff to be wary of and careful with and everything like that. So diabetes had a pretty major impact on my move, both from an emotional standpoint and thus effect on blood sugars, and from a stuff standpoint of just moving gear and kit and stuff that was very sensitive to me and making sure that that's okay and doesn't get damaged and everything like that. And then from the food aspect,
that is one that I'm still sort of trying to find my feet with, because it's just been such an overwhelming experience moving. It always is. It always is. And I know myself, I don't deal well with like total upheaval like that. It just wreaks havoc on my blood sugars. Then when my blood sugars go funny, then I feel like less in control, and then everything's changing around me and moving, and everything just feels like a bit too much. But I feel like I did pretty well with it, all things considered, and I'm proud of myself in that regard. And at the same time, I tried to have understanding with myself that, look, this is a lot of upheaval, and maybe numbers aren't going to be perfect, and maybe, you're not going to be cooking right away, and you're not going to have everything figured out just so. But that's okay. And I feel like I've exercised a lot of kindness with myself. Has it been perfect? No, not in the slightest, not at all. But have I tried? Yes. And for that, I'm very, very, very happy and proud of myself. But it hasn't been perfect. It hasn't even been close to perfect. But it's the trying. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to flag, and you've probably seen in the clips, me with my Dexcom receiver. You've probably, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me posting more and more about Dexcom. And I recently tried out the Dexcom G6 system. I got the starter pack. I loved it. I mean, I just loved it. The accuracy, and anyways, I'll link and whatnot, those videos if you're interested, but just I've been astounded by the accuracy and become like the biggest like cheerleader of that system. And I have actually, very exciting news, I've partnered with Dexcom. I've become one of the Dexcom ambassadors. I'm working with Dexcom to promote how good their product is, and I would not be doing that if I didn't believe in the quality of the product. That is a big disclaimer right off the bat. This is not something that I take lightly. I would never ever put myself behind a brand that I didn't believe in. And I so believe in Dexcom. I so believe in their accuracy and their ethos, and they just recently added to the system a thing called Clarity app you can download, and it provides you with very digestible, very informative, simply presented data about your blood glucose readings and maybe patterns of running high, patterns of running low, and just has really helped me to like see the data in a digestible 30-day, 90-day, 7-day, all these averages. Awesome. So very, very happy to be doing that, and very, very happy to share that with you guys. I've waited a while. I didn't want to say it before anything was official, and now that it is, I'm like, want to share it with you guys. So yeah. So that's been one of the really exciting things in my life. Another thing I wanted to flag is that it is November, and that is Diabetes Awareness Month. Banting's birthday, the man who created insulin, his birthday is on November 14th, so there's been lots and lots and lots of wonderful buzz in the community, and that's been really cool. And something I've been taking part in is the Diabetes Awareness Month Challenge, which is posting a story on my Instagram every day talking about all sorts of different aspects of living with type 1 diabetes. I've saved that to my stories. If you guys do Instagram, head on over there. I'm ShesDiabetic there, and all those stories have been like batched together in a permanent story that sits on my channel. And you can see that's been really fun and really challenging too. There's been a couple days where I've had to double up on days because I forgot the previous day or whatever, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And that's the most important part. So yeah, if you want to check that out, head over there, and that's kind of like going to become a video in and of itself. So if you like this kind of format, that's your jam, going over there, there's basically another one sitting on my channel. One of the highlights of the last few months have been I've shared 2 videos with you guys, including my parents. One video talking about parenting a type 1 diabetic, that was with my mom and dad, and another video talking about what it was like to live with type 1 diabetes for 60 years, and that was with just my dad. Sharing those videos, I was a little bit, I don't know, not anxious, but like anticipatory of sharing those videos. Sharing my parents with you guys is like one of the most personal things I can do. And I cannot thank you enough for all the positive support and feedback and kindness that you guys have given me on those videos. Your comments have actually made me realize how lucky I am to have people in my family that are type 1 diabetic, because I know that's not the reality for everyone. And actually is such a huge support system that, because I've had it in my life since the very beginning, I haven't really ever sat down to think just how much of a support system that is for me. And since those videos, since your comments, that's made me go, wow, actually, this is an incredible resource I have. And it's something that I want to say to you guys and commit to you guys that that's something I want to share more of. Because, okay, maybe you don't have people in your family that are type 1 diabetic, but maybe the more I can share of this, it's like I can give you that family in a tiny way, or an aspect of the support, something like that. Like ever since posting those 2 videos and hearing your comments, I've just been really like fired up about wanting to create more content in that regard. So I'm going home for Thanksgiving. I'm actually going home in a couple days for American Thanksgiving. Big eating holiday. I'm going to work on some content during that time that I'm home. Maybe tracking, it'll be my dad and I together. My brother will be with his wife's family, so you won't see him just yet, but maybe you'll see him at Christmas if I can convince him. But my dad and I, I'm thinking maybe we can do sort of a what we're eating, check in blood sugar wise. I don't know. These are all ideas, and as you know, when you get down to actually filming it, things change. So I can't promise what exactly it will be, but it's going to be something along those lines. And I want to make sure I get him involved and the holiday food diabetes mayhem involved. And then Christmas, the same. Christmas, another big food holiday, another day where you're together with friends and family, and I'll be at home and I'll be able to do some kind of home vloggy stuff, and again include my dad, and if I can convince him, my brother. But we'll see. I make no promises. So yeah, I think that's sort of about it at the moment. I'm going to leave it there. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in, for your comments. And trust me when I say your comments, your kind words, your thoughtful inputs, they all mean so much to me, but they also help me. So thank you. Next video will probably be American Thanksgiving video. Keep an eye out for that. Hopefully blood sugars stay stable, but nevertheless, even if they don't, it's all good in the hood, as I like to say. Thank you guys once again, and see you next time.